coach. Show them how fierce our team is. Me. You should have been more specific. You really should have been more specific, because put me in, coach. I'm ready to play for the other team. I had to include this caption. You know, I just had to. But listen, what was this post supposed to be? Of being like, oh yeah, we're so tough. What is that post? That seems weird. Doing this to show how fierce you are makes a whole lot more sense, actually. Hello BabyQueers and welcome back to my channel. We did some lesbian games. Now it's time for the suddenly gay, the gayness in unexpected, really. That's what we're doing today. But you know the deal. Before we continue, y'all gotta get hydrated. We'll grab some water, or some tea, or whatever else you like to drink, and then we'll continue. Are you hydrated? Good. Let's go. When I say I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, this is what I'm talking about. See, this is what I mean. It's maybe not suddenly gay as in this man is suddenly gay, but it's kind of unexpected. Because you were thinking of like normal Kool-Aid, or like the normal Kool-Aid cartoon, but then this happened, and I don't know how to feel about this. Dad, why is my sister's name Rose? Because your mother loves roses. Thanks, Dad. No problem, Josh. Do you have something to tell us, Dad? Who's this Josh you named your son after? Because it seems kind of weird. Like, if he's your gay love affair you had in like university or something, why would you then name your son after him? That seems strange. But still, if you want to tell us something, we're here to listen. What's this? Number 2 dad. Happy Father's Day. Look, you got one too. She's quite the comedian. Again, maybe not suddenly gay because these men literally have a daughter together, but unexpected. In a, who's your number 1 dad? Oh wait, she's just trying to be funny on both of us. Okay. But listen, you either have to give a number 1 mug to both or a number 2, because number 2 is literally just funnier. The price of gas is getting out of hand because this is for rectal use only, which I would not think is a good idea, you know? Like, it's actually really not. Don't do this. Why would you be like, I know someone was trying to be funny, it just like put the sticker from something else entirely on a gas pump, but why would you do this? Because the reason so many safety like hints or stickers or whatever exist is because people are very smart and would literally order a hot coffee and then burn their mouth on it because it's too hot. You know, that's why cops have to say, oh, careful, contents may be hot, so you can't sue their asses because, well, America. But don't do this, people will be getting weird ideas. This cartoon I found in a pile of old porn magazines from a distant relative. I'm not sure I want to know what this says. Why does this dude look like he's from Scooby-Doo? The one that has his ass out. Why? And I think even if it's like a distant relative and I was like sorting through the house after they died or something, if I find a pile of porn magazines, my first instinct also really wouldn't be to look through them, because maybe it's just me, but I'm not particularly interested in knowing too much about my family's sex life. You know, maybe that's just me, but in other news, I'm kind of glad you looked through the magazines, because this is interesting, to say the least. Okay, I'm 100% straight guy who's no longer interested in dating women. Modern women are lazy, selfish, and have no interests in serving their man. What I'm proposing is a new type of relationship, not a sexual or romantic relationship, instead a committed male-to-male friendship. Why would I want to spend my free time being dragged around the mall or going on endless shopping trips when I could be going fishing, hunting, and hanging out with my closest buddies? My buddy and I are both single and share a place together. We live in separate rooms, like roommates, but still do fun shit together every weekend. No women are allowed to come over. We play card, drink jingling, and are planning a week-long fishing trip for the summer. Just guys hanging out with dudes, not a woman in sight. I haven't been in a relationship with a woman in over 3 years, and I am the happiest I've ever been. I don't know if this is some... It's not incel because he's choosing not to engage with women, but it's giving very similar vibes in a oh, women are useless and go after chads and I don't want to put up with it kind of way. You know, that's the vibes I'm getting. Either way, listen. Either you're about to realize something or realizing something. But I also really don't want to come for people not wanting relationships. But you're like, I'm not coming for your actual approach to living your life. I'm more coming for the reasoning behind it, I guess. Because if you feel more comfortable just like living with a roommate or like sharing your house or whatever with a roommate because A, it's cheaper, and B, you know, maybe you just really like the company, then cool. But the whole reasoning behind it is because like women have to serve their man, which is ridiculous, by the way. But anyways, you're still maybe about to realize something about yourself. Okay, we also have a comic which fits with this last post very well. I just got out of a long-term relationship. I feel so lost, so uncertain of the future. How will I cope without someone who's been such a big part of my life? But then I remember, you too, buddy. I have friends who'll support me no matter what. Plus, you might even find someone new after all. I'm no longer tied down by one person. I'm free. Enjoy life while you can. Life's too short not to. So who else wants to steamboat this willy? Again, kind of the same starting off point of just being either just like gotten out of a relationship or just being done with relationships and moving in together with a roommate. I'm not saying this will happen to the dude from the previous post, but it would kind of be funny to be like, oh yeah, no, I don't like women, like figuring out you really like men instead. It'd be funny, that's all I'm saying. What Hellenism means to me. Slavery is expedient and right. The goal of life is eternal fame and glory. Men should compete naked in athletic games. Women should be locked in homes except for religious festivals. That took a turn. Like, it started out awful, don't get me wrong, but it took it. Why do you have to be naked? What reason do you have to be? Like, if you want to be like, okay, we're not gonna hide behind like armor or anything, we're gonna do this vulnerable to show what manly men we are, which already is giving vibes. But instead of just being like, okay, we're just gonna wear underwear, you know, to not have anything flying around, because why do you feel like y'all should be naked and lock the women away because they shouldn't get between you and your naked homie over there? Is that why the women are locked away? Listen, it started out awful, but it's still awful, but with added fruitiness. How's the male locker room etiquette in Germany? I see that most guys are just casual about nudity. Is that a German thing? Yeah, okay, you can do literally everything as long as your balls don't touch. Wait, how am I supposed to keep my balls from touching each other? You need to ask friends to keep them safe in their mouth. Again, that was unexpected. It kind of went from, yeah, especially older men will literally not care at all and just walk around naked and then be mad at you for opening the door to the locker room when they literally could have chosen any spot in the locker room, but they chose to stand directly in front of the door so everyone can look in, you know? That's just weird. Like, if you're just walking around naked to get dressed, fine. Maybe it's a German thing. I don't know. German guys, especially older guys, will not really care. Younger guys will, like, very much probably try to put on, like, underwear or something at least quickly. But listen, I don't think it's etiquette in any country specifically to take other people's balls into your mouth in the locker room. That's not really etiquette anywhere. I mean, if you go to like a gay sauna or something, maybe, but you know, in most places, no. What it means if you're a straight guy who wants gay sex, it means you're gay, lol. Well, it definitely means you're not straight. It definitely means, like, listen, if you're straight, you don't actually go around spending a significant amount of time wondering what it would be like to sleep with someone of the same sex, and you don't go around wanting to sleep with other men if you're a man, for example. That's not really what straight means. So Vice.com, I'm confused by your title and I'm curious where this post will go. Well, this ad for a barbecue truck is different. Bulldog Barbecue, you'll want my meat in your mouth. You know what you were doing. And you know that you were gonna insinuate fruitiness though, right? Because especially Americans like to be all, no, meat is manly and men love barbecue and they love to eat a lot of meat and meat is important. And if you're a woman, you can eat some meat, but you better eat your salad, right? You know that if you're advertising for a barbecue place, at least half of your like target audience is gonna be men. Maybe more. Listen, I'm not judging you. I'm just asking if you were aware of what you were doing. My dad isn't home. I know. Why are you texting? Put the phone away and enjoy the moment. You know, I feel like that generally goes for some moments or a lot of moments maybe. Like, you know, if you're trying to spend some quality one-on-one time with someone, maybe put the phone away. And I'm not talking about moments like these specifically, but also, yes, if you're having those moments, maybe also put your phone away. What are you doing? Bussy and Co. Again, I have questions. What kind of a store is this? And were you aware of what you were actually insinuating or not? Because I'm kind of hoping you weren't, but it'd also be a lot funnier if you were aware and still decided to go with this name. Like, it'd honestly kind of be funnier. Why do you feed him a girl bottle if he's a boy? Because he's gay. Hope that clears it up. What makes this a girl bottle? Were there pink bows on it or something? Or was it just like pink in general or red? Like, it's a baby bottle. It really doesn't matter. I hate people being weird about gendering everything in general, but especially with babies, it makes me so mad. Because it's like, yeah, you want to start early, right? To teach these kids from like birth on, basically, that, okay, no, you're a boy. You better like trucks and masculine colors like blue and green or brown or whatever. You know that it really doesn't matter. Wouldn't you rather the kid be happy and be able to make choices for himself instead of you actually brainwashing them to do anything as long as it's okay with their assigned role? Because that's just weird. I cleaned your room and I washed these two. His mom is very nice. I mean, she is. She is. Most parents don't usually clean their kids' rooms when they're like teenagers or older, you know, because they're like, Daddy, you're old enough, you know. Which seems fair. I mean, you want to prep these kids. But if you want to do a nice thing every once in a while and clean for them, that is actually a really nice thing to do. But I feel like you two have a very close relationship, that she washed these toys specifically and like put them out and was like, hey, yeah, no, don't worry, I washed these two. They're good to go. I feel like most people don't have that kind of relationship with their parents, actually. The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. Suddenly drag queen? I guess. What is happening? Is Link a drag queen? In which case, what is Link's drag name? Or is Link a trans femme? In which case, what is her name? Either way, I think we might need a new name, you know? Captain America. This black hole should guarantee that no one will ever use these gems again. Come on, Asgardian. There'll always be more work to be done. Thor, I, for Midgard and for glory. The text itself, innocent enough, right? They're just having normal conversations about destroying the Infinity Stones. That's okay. But who decided that these drawings were a good idea? Like, did you have another person look at this before you published it? And then maybe decided that, hey, maybe there's a different way we can draw this. Or did you thought it would just be funny? Is it one of those things where you put like really dirty jokes into like a children's movie because the kids won't get it anyways? They'll not care. But the adults who watch it just think it's funny. Is that what you're doing? I did this exact thing to my guy friend and he started blushing so hard. I fell on the floor laughing. LMAO. Oh my god, nah. Yeah. Update. Me and him are now dating. It is now, by the way, like 6 months later. Damn. Why is there a goat in my closet? What? Where did the goat come from? And also, this is like, I don't know what it is. It's like a pickup line or like a move or something. I don't know what it is. I'm kind of intrigued. But that took a while. Like, you can't actually credit this move. Because he posted this 8 months ago. And then 4 weeks ago, I can't math. It's been 7 months between you putting the move on him or like saying a certain phrase, we don't know, and y'all starting to date. It's been between like 6 or 7 months, depending on like your first reaction is probably not going to be like, oh, we're dating now? Okay, I'm just going to post this under some random thing from like a month ago. But what was the thing? And I don't think it was that effective if it took like 6 or 7 months to work. Be careful of eavesdropping. You wanna ride me again? That's 5 times tonight. I feel like a lot of things sound really off without context. this is one of those things, and this is why eavesdropping can be kind of dangerous and cause a lot of misunderstandings, because they're fully dressed. He's not talking about that kind of riding. He's just enjoying like his super speed or flying, or I don't even know. You know, it's giving certain vibes which weren't actually implied in that moment, but overhearing it without context is sometimes a bad idea. Meet a cool girl through a friend and later date long distance. Things work out and you eventually move in together. Friends and family love her and are excited that I have a serious girlfriend. She comes out as trans. Family and friends still love him and are excited that you have a serious boyfriend now. Because that's the kind of reaction that I think is normal. To be like, huh, you're different than I thought you were. But okay, I'll just use this name that feels more comfortable for you. And accept you because, well, maybe you just know more about yourself than I do from outside, you know? But no, people want to be pressed about it, but I'm glad your family and friends aren't weird about it. And congrats on having a boyfriend. You weren't expecting this to happen, of course, but there you go. Congrats, I guess. Okay, if everybody drops tonight, I will text my ex again. She has a boyfriend. Edit. Okay, guess not. Okay, I'll need video proof, my boy. Bro, no, screw that. Text her boyfriend. That is the way. Texting your ex. Maybe, probably a bad idea. It really depends. Like, for a bunch of years, I was actually still friends with one of my exes. Because we dated in like 10th grade, and then we didn't talk for 6 months after we broke up, but we still had like classes together. So we just eventually started talking again, and we're just kind of vibing, and you know. So sometimes, yeah, but usually texting exes seems like a bad idea. So maybe don't. Texting their new partner and trying to steal him, listen, also seems very petty and maybe not the best way to start a relationship. But I would still understand if you did it. No alcohol challenge, according to the age. This popped up on my Facebook. Apparently exercise will make you fall in love with men. But only if you're 18 to 25. If you're 25 to 35, it doesn't. But if you're older, it will definitely do that again. Because camaraderie, I guess. Listen, these ads are, I mean, it's an ad on Facebook. Like, the standard for ads on Facebook isn't high, but this somehow feels very spot on, actually. How do you guys feel about the fact that these two characters exist in the same universe? I don't know, horny? Wrong answer. How is it the wrong answer? If you're asking someone how they feel about something, there really can't be a wrong answer. Because if the way he's feeling about it is horny, then that's the way he's feeling. You want to blame him for being honest. A lot of people aren't honest when you ask them about their feelings, so maybe just appreciate the honesty. Come on, what are you doing? Okay, if you're attracted to her, you're latent homosexual. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Do you have any more examples of women it's gay for men to like? Because if you do, please post them, because I need to be extra sure I know exactly what to look out for. Well, listen, if you're a woman and you're attracted to her, you're kind of a latent homosexual. Yeah. But this whole, oh, you're a man attracted to a woman? No, that's gay. How did you come to this conclusion? Because sure, she's not necessarily what you would think of when you think, oh, traditionally feminine or something, because yeah, she still has long hair, but she's ripped. Like, honestly, if you don't think she looks amazing, what are you doing? I'm not saying she has to be your type, but I'm just saying, how do you not look at someone like her and just be impressed and realize how comfortable she looks and how confident? Like, how do you not? And also, are you a trans woman? The commenter. Because yeah, I can. You really gotta make sure. You don't want to be a latent homosexual, so you gotta watch. You gotta know what to watch for, you know? Will I ever get a girlfriend? No, a boyfriend. Sometimes you're not born gay, sometimes some random Reddit user decides for you, and there's not a lot you can do about that, I'm sorry, but you'll get a boyfriend one day, and I think that's great. Novosibirsk authorities saw LGBT propaganda in a photo of two men eating ice cream. According to the chairman of the... I really can't pronounce this town name. Novosibirsk Cultural Commission, Alexander Tarasov. When men lick, it is suspicious and may hint at non-traditional relationships. How do you eat your ice cream, sir? Because most people think it's weird when people bite their ice cream. Do you just not eat ice cream because you have to lick it? That seems like a really, really weird reason not to eat something. Like, if you just really don't like ice cream, then fine, don't eat it. Or do you just like eat it with a spoon? Because I get the people who want to eat it with a spoon because otherwise they feel like they're gonna like spill the ice cream all over themselves. Like, fine. But eating ice cream makes you gay now. And liking women makes you gay now. I thought I knew how being gay works, but apparently I don't. The Owl House. Why does Belos look strangely attractive even though I'm a heterosexual man? Yeah, or slash suddenly gay, because if you think that other men are attractive to you as a man, you may not be as heterosexual as you think you are, because cartoon or not, finding other men strangely attractive in a sexual way isn't that straight. Why do guys only want bitchy bimbos? Why do women only like stupid jerks? Why can't I get his attention? The only thing that's really throwing me with this comic is the fact that they're all apparently like standing behind each other, which doesn't work, but apart from that, I'm very confused at the overgeneralization, really, because why? Again, this is giving incel vibes without actually giving incel vibes. Like, it's just giving the incel vibes of all women just go for chats. And all women, you know, because generally speaking, is this an overgeneralization? Probably. But generally speaking, just throwing out generalizations like this of being like, okay, no, but all men do this or all women are like this is the very quickest way to be wrong. And also look unhinged, because how do you expect a group of people this big to agree on any one thing? Like, even if you were to say all Germans do this, because Germany isn't the biggest country. If you say all Germans do this thing or all Germans like this thing, that is also a very quick way to be wrong. Because guess what? Germans like beer. I don't. I really still don't. It's really weird. I never liked it. There's like one type of beer that I can drink that isn't disgusting to me, but I would still probably choose anything else, really. You know, because I don't particularly like it, but it's okay. You know, quick way to be wrong. Did not know I was gonna end on a rant today. Because this doesn't feel like the subreddit to go to when I feel like ranting, because I am good at ranting and I will manage it with any subreddit. I should know this by now. But still, this felt more ranty than I was expecting. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're hydrated. If not, maybe go drink something now. And yeah, I'll be back in a few days with my next video.